So good morning. Today we'll discuss about diploma course project in networking. We have a partially filled topology. So we have head office of Sohar Port and branch office. And here we have one router in head office, and in branch office we have another router. So we have four VLANs, VLAN 10, VLAN 20, VLAN 30, and VLAN 40 for management. Okay. So here we are following hierarchical network. Okay, so here core layer switch, distribution layer, access layer switch. Okay, so access layer switch is the switch where the switch connects all the end devices. Distribution layer is switch is between core layer and access layer. The core layer switch is the one which is connected to router for routing purpose. Okay, so here we need a WAN connection from head office to branch office communication. So for that we need to add a WAN cable or WAN port. Okay, so before that, what I want to tell you is this router I choose is 2811 router. I'll go to options, preference, show you the model label. Okay, so the model of router is 2811 and the switch I use is 2960. Okay, so 2960 switch because we need 24 ports, right? And 2811. Now, the WAN ports are not available. When I try to connect serial DC DTE, the ports are not available. Only fast Ethernet that's already connected. So what I should do, I want to turn off the router. I'll go here, turn off. Okay, then there is WIC2T, this one, WAN interface card. I'm adding this interface card over here. Okay, turn on, then go to the other switch, do the same, turn off this router WIC2T WAN port, turn it on. Okay, after that connect these routers by this DC-DT, the WAN port. Okay, WAN cable, just take me this one now. Serial 030 I'm choosing because I connected in that a topology diagram. No, in my Word file it's 030. Okay, so serial 030 is a WAN connection between the office to branch office. Then FA 0 bar 0 is connected to switch, core switch, both place. Okay, and we have VLAN 10, 20, then 30, and 44 management VLAN. Okay, two servers. The main server in head office and branch office, they have all the services. We will be configuring that server with almost all services like HTTP, DHCP, TFTP, DNS, syslog, FTP, IoT. All will put email in all server. Okay, in one server. And test server for testing purpose, for testing the access control list and all, we need a test server. So we have two servers in each head office and branch office. Okay, then we'll go for the question. See, I made a question like this. Okay, so topology is there, 2811 series router and switch should be 2960. And VLSM part, this is a network in the head office 192.168.12.0/24 class C network. I need to create 5 subnets. Okay, I already filled the IP address table. How, Mr. You got the IP? I'll show you. Okay, so subnet 1 requires VLAN 10 requires 60 host address. So we have to assign IP address, first one to head office router 0.10, then second one to head office main server, then third one to head office test server. VLAN 20 requires 50 host address, VLAN 30 requires 30, 40 requires 14, and the fifth one, which is connected to WAN, requires 2 host address. Okay, how do we do this? I'll open a website. Usually we can do manually, that I already put a link how do we perform subnetting in manually, but for easy, so to perform it easier we go for this VLSM calc, this website. Okay, go there, type your network address, what is the default subnet mask 24, how many subnets we need. In as per the question I need 5 subnets. Okay, 5 subnets, and the requirements, the 5 subnets. Okay, requirement is already discussed. So what was the requirements we already, when you type 5, click apply. Okay, so you want to mention the requirements for each subnet: 60, 50, 30, 14, 2. Okay, these are the requirements. Subnet 1, any VLAN 10 requires 60, VLAN 20 requires 50, VLAN 30 requires 30, VLAN 40 requires 14 subnets or 14 networks or 14 host address, actually 14 host address, and VLAN which one? Subnet 50. Okay, that requires, this was like a subnet 1 requires 60 host address, subnet 2 requires 50, subnet 3 requires 30, subnet 4 requires 14 host address, subnet 5 requires 2 host address. Okay, this is for VLAN 10, 20, 30, 40. This is for WAN connection. Okay, then you have to click generate button. When you click generate, they will generate you 5 subnets, how many host address in each subnet they have mentioned, and how many hosts available. Then we have network address slash subnet mask, the range of IP starting from in VLAN 10 subnet 1 starting IP is 192.168.12.1, last is 62, broadcast 63. Like this, we'll get a table. You want to take this table and fill in your IP address table. So 0 bar 0.10 first IP. You can see here. VLAN 10 requires 60 host address. First IP to FA 0 bar 0.10 of head office router. So I put 12 dot on here. Okay. Then second IP to head office main server. Third IP to head office test server. And for these machines, the gateway is this router because see this topology for these servers. Okay, these are VLAN 10. So VLAN 10 means the gateway is this sub interface FA 0 bar 0.10 because they belong to same VLAN. Okay. Then VLAN 20 requires 50. So already we have VLAN 20 first address to head office router. So VLAN 20 first address, this is VLAN 20 subnet 2 12.65, subnet mask is 255.255.255.192. Like that we fill the VLAN 20 addresses and subnet mask. Okay, like this we have to fill this table. So VLSM part is like this. Okay, so if you want to know how, then I'll put it again, VLSM dot calc dot versal dot app. Okay, so what is your network? You have to put here 12.0 subnet mask by default 24, and as per our question we need 5 subnets, so apply. So we'll get 5 subnet names. Okay, what are the number of hosts in this question? 60 first subnet requires, 50 second subnet requires, 30 the third subnet requires 30 host address, then fourth will be 14, fifth will be 2 host address. So generate, you will get the table, fill this table. Okay, that's what I have done here in the first part of our which one, network or topology. I added the devices, I connected the router 1 to router 2 using a WAN cable, then I perform VLSM by using a website, then I've completed the table. Okay, then okay, after that what we need is we want to go for, this is for which one, branch office, that also instead of 12 I put 14 here. Okay, this is done, IP address is there. Now I want to go for basic settings. I want to configure basic settings in routers and switches. I'll show in one router, hostname we need, privilege password we need, privilege encrypted password we need, encrypt plain text password we need, set minimum password length, console, all these things you have to configure. Okay, I'll go to one router, say head office router, I'll go here. So yes or no, no we have to give. Then I will increase the font size, preference, let me increase the font size little bit so that you can easily check it out, read it out. Done. Okay, after that go to the first router. So this one, first command is enable, then you go to the configuration mode. Okay, then first thing is host name. Host name I put ho underscore r, or we can say like host name is sohar oil. Okay, sohar oil. Then privilege level password, or we can go for banner also. So banner mot, the banner is actually which one, which will display a message notification on the, whenever you open the router, no, they will display a banner message so that it's an alert for the person entering. Okay, unauthorized access will be like restricted. Okay, so unauthorized access restricted, some message. Okay, then put the double quotes, okay, close it. Then privilege level password, whenever you try to enter the router by clicking in, typing enable command, no, we need to make secure by putting a password, okay. So I just put enable password sohar 123, okay. So this one, say sohar 123. Then privilege level encrypted, so this one is make those passwords encrypted password, okay. So sohar 456, okay. Then I want to encrypt all the plain text password, okay. So service password encryption, why I'm using this I'll tell you, okay. Then I want to minimize or limit the password length as 5, minimum password length should be 5, okay. So security password min length, say 5, okay. After that, what I need is, say, enable password, enable secret password, service password encryption, security password minimal length. Then what else we have is, console password, okay. I'll configure console, okay. So line con 0 password, say cisco login exit, okay. Now I save this one, do wr. Now I want to test this, okay. So I will exit. Now see, when you enter the switch or router first time, the banner message will come. Then they will ask you one password. This is console password. What I gave is like a cisco 123, I guess. No, let me check here what password I gave for which one. Console I give cisco, okay. So I can go back, exit, exit, okay, exit, banner is coming. Then console password I gave cisco, okay. Then enable password, enable, I gave sohar. Two things I give, sohar 123 and sohar 456. Actually, the enable secret passwords and a privilege encrypted password has more priority, so you should give sohar 456. That will be the password. Now I want to go for checking the configuration, so I'll go for show run. I can see service password encryption done, security password minimal length is 5, then host name is given, then I have enable password and enable secret. See, this one has higher priority, okay. Then because of this service password encryption, all the passwords gets encrypted. See, even console password also encrypted, okay. This is done. Now I will go for telnet, okay. Cisco 123 telnet. No, why we need telnet is remote access. If you want to access a switch or router remotely from any other device or machine, you want to configure telnet, okay. So configure line vty 0 to 15, this much lines you are configuring. Console we have only one port, that's why line count 0, but telnet we can use this much ports, okay. So line vty 0 to 15, password say cisco 123, login, exit. Now we have configured telnet also. How do we test telnet? For telnet testing, telnet we need to ping or telnet from a computer to router. As of now we didn't assign any ip in computers, so we cannot test that. So what we have done in this video is, we connected the router to router by using a serial cable. Then we performed the VLSM part by using a website. Then we configured basic settings in a router. The same thing we should repeat in all the switches and other routers. Okay, that's what I have mentioned in this first video. The remaining things we'll discuss. No, VLAN creation, management address, trunk port, access port, interval and routing, DHCP. All we'll discuss in the next video. Okay, hope you understood this one. Bye.